Are we on? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Microphone check. Lights.
Cameras.
This is swanky. This is lifestyle. This is culture. Welcome to the social center of everything culture. Culture Daily.
That is how we are doing it here in the studio this morning. Loving that performance by all standards. Turning the whole studio production into a concert, if you ask me. We filled our O2, if you ask me. We filled our version of the O2. ACP Kofi Sarpong giving us a back-to-back medley there, plus a new one as well. You just watched the performance live in our studios, as we have been talking about all week here on 3 Music TV. He soon joins us on the show here on the Big Conversation as we talk more about the brand new song, as well as lots of things that he's been on, in, up and under in his career as an artist as well. But listen, you're about to have the world at your fingertips because the wait is finally over. Telecel is here. Now you have everything you want and need: quick and reliable communication, stress-free money transactions via the Telecel Cash, transforming your big business ideas into success stories with Telecel Business and more. Now listen, connect with Telecel and enjoy a world of endless possibilities, because with Telecel there is no limit to the connections. Like they say, Telecel, connecting energies. Yango also, download the Yango app now if you're a first-time user. Guess what? You get discount on your first 3 rides, so go on, use it now. It's on iOS plus on Android as well, and it is the most affordable and the safest ride option in Ghana. Hey, are you planning a trip this summer? Are you? Yes, of course. Do that now. Get unbeatable offers and huge savings on Waka Now. Now get ready for sizzling deals on your flights, hotels, airport transfers, dreamy vacations. Yes, plus get ready for exciting giveaways every Friday. Don't let this summer fun pass you by. Keep your radios tuned in and stay updated on our social media platforms and channels. Waka Now Ghana, that's Waka Now Ghana on all platforms, okay? And also visit their website. It's wakanow.com.gh. Download the mobile app. It's easy. Just go into your Play Store or App Store. You find it there, and swim by the travel centers in Accra, Kumasi, Takrady, and in Tamale. And whilst you are doing that as well, if you're going to travel, carry along your Pepsodent Cavity Fighter, or if you're home after that good meal, before you sleep, brush your teeth with Pepsodent Cavity Fighter. It is fortified with pro-fluoride and micro-calcium ingredients that gives your teeth the maximum protection it needs, giving you 10 times stronger teeth. Okay, very important. Now it comes in the 175 gram, that's the big family gram pack, plus the 120 Ejakwa pack and the 65 and 12 gram pack, relatively as well. Smaller packs, making it very affordable for you, regardless how much you have in your pockets. So brush your teeth day and night with Pepsodent Cavity Fighter. Now with this out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we'll be welcoming our superstar into the building. Oh my days, it was one good performance if you ask me. He's joining us here in the studio on a big conversation here. Kofi Sarpong, like he is, listen, if we had given this man 3 hours, he would just perform back to back to back. And here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see on the screen, I'm giving the commentary with the first goal of the match. And getting into the 18-yard box and passes to ACP Kofi Sarpong in this all white and a shot at goal.
All correct, sir. All correct, sir.
All correct. Amazing. Shouts to the camera. Hey, fake. Yeah, that's it. Abino. Amazing. Wow. Listen, Lenny says that if we allow you 3 hours today, we'll continue and continue on and on. And we just might end up having everybody tuned in. We're like, relax. Let's take it easy.
She said it right.
She said it right. Wow, welcome to please, for purposes of getting the clarity, because it's a bit confusing. ACP.
Sure.
Okay. Yes. All right. Then that's right. Then we got it. Please, the bet now.
Who is paying?
Are you paying?
Who is
You are paying.
You are paying me. You are paying me.
You can go Kofi Sarpong. I'm fine.
Kofi Sarpong is fine. I think a lot of people always feel it's half short of the recognition if we don't add that title to it. So it's been very hard. So we're having a banter amongst ourselves. Says Wikipedia says Kofi Sarpong. No, you have to add it to Wikipedia. It's wrong. No.
Yes, he said DSP. I said no. It has been changed.
Yes, from DSP to superintendent, that's SP, to chief superintendent, that's CSP, and now ACP, Assistant Commissioner of Police.
Are you the first police personnel to commercially be in the music space?
Yes, I had Arama Badru.
Okay.
Was a policewoman.
Yeah, she was.
Yes, I think she retired as corporal. And there's another man, I've forgotten the name. Could it in something?
That big question on everybody's
But as a
lips.
commissioned officer,
Okay.
I am the first person.
Okay, and that's a big question on everybody's lips. Like, how are you combining the two facets here? One, how are you combining in terms of work and the music and what it demands of you, and then the regulations of the service and you as an artist?
It hasn't been easy. I
can imagine.
Putting this strong two things together, it hasn't been easy. But God will not give you anything that will so burdened that you cannot bear.
Yeah.
So He gives me the knowledge and the wisdom to manage the two. Of course, I officially applied to the administration during IGP Mr. Pokwe's era, and the approval was given. So based on that, I wouldn't want to do anything that will give them the cause to complain that.
And I think I commend the service for that.
Yes. So if you ask my office, I am the first person to report there.
Wow.
And the last person to be there.
Wow.
That's nice.
Yes.
Wow.
You can verify.
And then the first person to get into the studio in the night to record.
Right.
And I'm sure be a family man as well.
Yes, and you see why I've kept long from coming out. I was all this while schooling. But last year I graduated with 2 masters.
Please hold on with that. We'll be coming to all that. Let's welcome you proper into the studio. Welcome to our little home, and we are honored, in fact, to have you join us here on the show. We couldn't have had any better. And let's roll this back to your music life, and how that played out for you. When did you find that? Listen, this is a call. This is a place I need to be. Which one came first, career in terms of the service, or was there something prior to that? And then how did the music sting itself into your life?
Well, the music thing is a gift. So I was born with it. I'm the Presbyterian. So right from my childhood, I've been singing. Ask any musician, that's what we always say. But truly, that has been me.
Were you part of any church choir?
13, 14, 15, I was a chorister. But I was a very good alto singer.
Please, I'm with you. I sang alto to church.
At Brekum Presbyterian Church.
I sang alto now. Why you people do that?
Then we do collabo.
Oh yeah, we should do collabo. I sang alto. I'm telling you now. Okay, so please, in my story, it was because I joined the choir because my mom would go for choir practice and I'd be alone in the house and I'm afraid. So I joined her and then I naturally gravitated into joining the choir. Please, what was your story?
My story is almost the same.
You see?
So that's why we always have to cherish our moms.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I've been a chorister until I joined the service.
Okay.
Posted to Accra, and I had the opportunity to be on peacekeeping mission at Sudan. So we had both police officers and the military. So on December.
Okay.
So we had a small prayer group.
Okay.
Comprises of other nations, Nigeria and other countries.
Wow.
So we decided to do something for our senior most officers. So we gathered. Understand? One of us had an organ. So at the meeting, in fact, I did what I could.
Wow.
There's one colonel, retired, Jampo. She was the matron for the 37 military hospital. Okay. When we came back, I was at church. She called that I should quickly run to her church.
Okay.
At 37, they have interdenominational.
Yes. There. At 37.
Yeah.
Near the DVLA.
Okay. It was a harvest day for the church. So, but they took me on a west. I went there and they asked me to sing, and I did. So when I stepped out, this gentleman met me, but I had to rush back to my church, Kandahar Presby Church. So he says, he accosted me that he wanted to take me to studio, and I declined outrightly. I told him, I am a police officer. They mentioned, you heard it. So how possible could that be? So I just ignored it and went back to church. I was there, an early man came to me in the office that he was sent by this same man.
Hey.
That he proposed something to me, and he thinks I'm ignoring him or I'm dragging. So he should come and talk with me. I told him same, that it could not be possible. So he at a program somewhere, he met me and approached me again. And I asked him, I've seen people holding their CDs, demos, looking for producers. And why me? But I've explained everything to you. Said, Papa, you don't know me, but I know you. I have been at places that I've seen you sing. And it has dawned on me that I want the world to see what is in you. So please give me the chance. It's dawned on me. So I went to the office the Monday and I wrote to the IGP. Father, I routed the letter through Mr. Mohammed Al-Hassan. He was then the Director General Welfare.
Okay.
So in his presence, he asked me to open the envelope. I did. And he took it. He read it and said, yes, I've been waiting for this all this while.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yes. So he minuted it and gave it to me to be sent to the IGP secretary. The name is Elizabeth Eku. So I gave it to him and went back. In fact, when I went back, my heart was in my mouth. Anything could happen.
Anything can happen, yes.
So I was there in about 30 minutes time. Eku called that I should come. I went to the IGP's office. She was standing in the corridor holding a file. She opened it.
I can imagine the walk to the IGP's office and what was in your mind.
Like walking from here to Navungu. So I got there. She was holding the file, opened it. She said, IG has okayed your proposal. So
wow.
So
wow.
Yes.
And how was the feeling like for you? Also considering that there could have been a possibility of them rejecting.
Yeah. That was the fear. But that was the biggest fear. It could be anything. I could even be sanctioned.
Yes.
Yes, as a commissioned officer. But God does his things in his own way. So I quickly went back to the office and called the man I'm talking about, Kwesi Ernest.
Kwesi. Hey, Minya.
But he did all this.
Wow.
I called him. I said, okay, he was making noise on the phone. And at 6 o'clock, I've told you I don't leave office early.
Yes.
At 6 o'clock, he knocked my office. And to my surprise, he was with someone holding an organ.
Hey.
Sharp.
Why should be in the story now?
And that was Akwabwa Jr.
Oh.
So Akwabwa came, that song that made or propelled me to the world was from Akwabwa.
Akwabwa wrote that song?
Akwabwa did.
Wow. Please hold on right there. We shall give Akwabwa his flowers. But before we do that as well, let me fast forward this conversation to the end of it where I was saving it. But because of time, we'll have to do that. Dinah Hamilton is going to join us live on the show via Zoom now. Let's talk about the collaboration. The brand new single, I do believe. I love it in the t-shirt. If you drive around town as well, you see the billboards all over town. Can we have Dinah on the line now? If my production team can help us add via Zoom on the call. Okay, so we are working on that now. Good morning. Can you hear us, please? So we're trying to pick your sound in here as well. Please, can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly well, but I don't know if you can hear me.
I can hear you now. The voice, this voice, there's something about the voice. It's rich. It's a rich voice. Please, let's talk about your experience in that moment working on Yehowa with Kofi Sarpong. Please share with us.
I think it was long overdue, and so it was a no-brainer for me. When I call him Brakofi, when he called me to be on that song, and obviously he had my man Kewa working on it as well. So I just knew that the song was a great one, and there was no brainer jumping on that song.
What influenced
I think it was one of the reasons was
direction? What influenced your lyrical content, the creative process? I want to understand. Did you meet there and start writing together? Was it already produced? Do your part. I want to understand that experience in there.
So I think anybody who's ever close to me would say that Brakofi occupies a big place in my heart. And I kept saying that, I have to do something with Brakofi. I have to do something for Brakofi. And so when he brought the song, that opening statement, I remember when he brought the song, I was like, Brakofi, I feel we need to start with something. And so this was something I had already written, because he had done the song. He had put the song together. But it was just that opening statement. I think, Brakofi, right? That I had already pre-written that song. And so when he brought the song to me, I was like, okay, I think I can, what I want to do is, the time is right. And then I said, right, let's add that. I called Kewa on the side, and he was like, why not? I think it's a good introduction to the song. So we will kind of, they have a way they put it, I'll play something different to start it. And then here we are. So we eventually met in the studio, but the song was done in absentia until eventually I went to the studio and then did my vocals with Brakofi there as well. Yeah.
With him, that last part is even what is of keen interest for me. With him in there, how was it like, because we talk about artists and artist energies, and we say it must work together for the people to be able to, for the two of you to be able to, find some fair balance between your ideas. How is it like working with Brakofi, as you call him?
I know. Listen, he's already a sweetheart, so that we vibe. It's not like we had to meet to get to know each other, or we had to form a relationship, because I believe that music is a spirit. And when your spirits gel, it's easy. And so we met in the studio. I was in Ghana. I remember doing the song here, writing here in the studio at home, and Kewa calling and said, oh, we need to pick up the key. We need to pick up the pitch. So I said, all right, don't worry about it. I'm coming to Ghana anyway. So when I get there, we'll meet. So Brakofi called. We went there. I remember he was his usual self, all blinged up, all nicely looking. So I had to flow him funds to start with, because he's always looking sharp. So then and it was myself, Brakofi, my manager, Kewa, my PA. And we went in. We had to do a few duets in there. It was a very relaxed, environment. And you don't even remember how it came about, but you're basically having fun doing what you love, and then it comes out and the world is blessed by it. Yeah.
Amazing, simply amazing. I don't know if my colleagues. I think anyway. I know you have to run along, but thank you so much joining us. But anyway, so the song is out now. Personal feedback, maybe from people or yourself. How are you feeling about it now?
I love it. I think like the video, for instance. I remember going to around the Independence Square area to shoot it, and it was done in bits. So when it came on, I was like, anybody that was watching it for the first time, and I absolutely loved it. And the whole vibe on set, everything came back to me, because you record these things in bits, and then you walk away, and then you have Mark Willis go put his magic touch on it, and then it comes out and it's beautiful. And Kiwa pushed me to do a certain, high pitches in there that people didn't think I could. But I was glad I was forced to do it because I totally enjoyed it. And I love hearing the song and I love watching the video and I'm happy. It can only get better. It can only get better.
Lastly, before I let you off the hook real quickly, if you had a chance to go back into the studio on the same song, is there anything you want to change or add to it?
Oh no, I think if you love something, you go and give it your all and you walk away. And I think that's exactly what I did. That's exactly what we did. And I remember finishing the song. I was like, and it is fine,
Thank you so very much. Looking forward to having you again in our studios. Thank you so much, Dinah.
Thank you. A big good morning to your whole team. I haven't seen your faces, guys, but yeah, nice to see you all.
All right, so thank you very much. Now let me come back. Let me come in the studio now, throwing the same experiences and questions to you. What informed you in choosing Dinah Hamilton?
I think, as she rightly said a while ago, that I'm a brother to her, and she is a sister to me. And Dinah did not give me any little stress. In fact, on phone, if she misses my call, she will call back immediately, and she finds my missed call, and that was it. And when I told her that I would want her to feature on my this release, she didn't give me any cause to worry.
I mean, okay, sorry.
Dinah is just a fantastic woman.
Lenny.
Still on the song,
yes.
Yehowa. I mean, we've mentioned that we've seen, billboards sprawled across town, What's the intentionality in pushing this? Is it also because, you took a break for a while and then you're back? And then how is the promo going in total?
Sure, thank you. Yes, as I've already said, I've been out for a long time. And so we needed to announce our coming back. So that's the intention that we are back. Okay, so the promotion is going well. In fact, for 6 days today that we released the video and all that, it's really trending. The feedback is also
good. So good. Now we're going back to the conversation that we're having. There was a period, there was a break. What's informed that break? It's been about 4 years since the last release.
I was adding a little knowledge to academically. So I did public administration at GAMPA.
Wow.
And then I did international relations and diplomacy masters. And then did project management at AUCC.
Wow.
And these two masters, I did it concurrently. So
wow.
In fact, yes, last year November I graduated with masters project management, and then in December I graduated with masters as international relations and diplomacy student.
Congratulations. I know they say God works in mysterious ways, and at his own time, it will all come together. But were you not in any way at any point in time worried about understanding? The industry has its relevance conversations in there, and how the fans, they are waiting, they move on without you. Sort of, did that in any way make you worried about, wow, if I'm going to release again, would they buy into it? People have missed me. It's been such a long time.
Yes, that was the.
And were you recording? Because I know artists can't stay away from the studio.
For recordings. If you ask Sha, about 5-6 songs recorded with him, and we later put all together and make this an album.
Okay.
I have some with Nasi.
And
so
wow.
Yes. So any little chance I had, I went to the studio and recorded. Of course, people will meet you at the programs and all that, ask you, it's a long time we heard from you.
Exactly.
When are you coming out and all that? And thank God we are here.
Do you not even realize it was 4 years?
Yeah, right.
Speaking of going to the with the least opportunity, I want to know where your inspiration to create music from. Is it a spiritual inspiration, or is it the creative drive Because like you said, from childhood, choir, all this, where does it come from?
Yes, the scriptures, my own experience, life experience, experiences of others, and when I see around the environment in which we live, and this is what is it gives me what I do. Like the song that I just said, Aquabo Roots, was really a reflection of my own life. Because hey, life was really difficult.
I can imagine.
Really, really, if I say difficult. And so when that song came, it was like my own story that the guy had written back to me. So I gave my all to it. So these are the things that helped me write my songs.
It might have been, since you touched on some of these challenges, as an artist, as an officer of the law, it definitely definitely doesn't look rosy. You know, what are some of these hurdles that you'd have to overcome, you know, for you to be here today?
Okay, thank you. Another fear was, if you want to combine all these things, then what about your home? Always outside, doing this, doing that.
Work, studio, performance.
Education. And so...
Work, studio, education.
Work, studio, performance, school.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Hey.
So...
Wait, family. You forgot
That's
that.
what he's saying, that...
You have to add...
Yes, if the woman doesn't understand what to do...
Big problem.
Fire.
Yes.
You drop one.
Wow.
So, yeah,
Combining all this, I mean, does it in any way work on your mental health? You know, because work in itself, I can imagine as an officer of the law in itself is work. That is morning till morning. You know, things that have to be resolved, and the politics of an office working space naturally, and then now music. And the politics of the gospel industry in itself as well. The politics of the industry in itself, navigating it, hearsays, rumors, this, you know.
But I put all together and tell myself, this is the challenge of being a gospel musician. Then I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Because everybody has his or her challenge. And so I closed my mind. Else, if you want to follow and listen to whatever, you would drop.
Okay.
And then the vision would die off.
Kofi, 3 things have you mentioned here: work, education, your music career. Work in reference to
family
and family. Well, in this question, I'll just omit family.
That's okay.
In these 3, which one would you, if you were to let go, which one would that be?
Thank you. I will
education, pursue education, which translates into work, or change career, or music.
Education, at least I've had a little.
You can stop.
At this point. At this point.
Enough learnings.
Yes. And with the music, if it's life,
it's life, yes.
Life. But the Bible tells us that in heaven, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
But to protect life and property, it's an opportunity God has given me as a person, because God can protect His own. And so, per extension, if He's giving me the opportunity to protect life and property, He's given, and the world has given us, that go do this work. I think it's a calling and it's an opportunity. Yes. So, and I always say this, that if I'm on stage and I hear crime being committed, I will drop the microphone and perform my duties as a police officer.
Wow.
Because if there's no peace, who listens to you?
Wow.
Facts.
Wow. That's actually very deep.
Yeah.
That's a mic drop moment, man.
I'm telling you, that's a mic drop moment.
Literally, yeah. You drop the mic.
Duty before passion. I like that.
A little bit whispered into our ears. You were also in Nigeria recently. What was the purpose of the trip as well?
We want to do something.
We are getting the information and the stories from different
we went and did a recording and a collaboration with one of the toppest Nigerian musicians. So
wow. It's yet to come out.
No time.
Okay,
yes.
so
I mean, about that, earlier this year, Nathan Bassett said something when he came to Ghana. I think it was a performance. he did at the administration did at the sports stadium, and he said Ghanaian gospel artists should try and do their songs more in English to increase their chances of getting their songs heard or going global, because we have great songs, but we tend to focus more on the local language, and it divided the audience. Some say, hey, I mean, Nigerians are singing their Yoruba and their Igbos and still flying. Some say trees or Akan or even guys where the spiritus is filled the spiritus in the song. But for you as an artist, a gospel artist, where do you stand in that argument?
Yes, we thank him for the advice, but we sing Nigerian songs, don't we?
Yes, of course
we do.
Yes. And so for me, language, I always say this, that one of our being for our development is language.
Okay.
Because if you speak English to me, I have to translate it in my mind before I act.
Okay.
But if you talk directly in my dialect, I will act
directly.
Yes.
Right.
And so that is it. Look at countries that have developed. They speak their own language. Go to China, go to India, go to US, go to UK. So, and music is a spirit. We sing South Africa. If you hear South African songs, you will feel, despite the fact that you don't understand the language, you get into it. So for me, I'm a Ghanaian, I remain so. If it gets a point that I should change the song.
His argument is it limits the global reach, because the world obviously would gravitate quicker to a song or to songs that have some English elements to it. So maybe Ghanaians should start looking at how we compose the music and, just consider adding some more English elements to it. Do you agree that, the global reach is dependent on the language that we include in the music?
Not in totality.
Right.
As I said, we listen to South African songs, we listen to Nigerian songs, and people perform them, or we perform them.
Right.
So, and now, thank God, we add little English to so gradually. We may get there. But for me, I love what is Ghanaian.
What is it like promoting Ghanaian gospel music to the world? What goes into it? I mean, for the secular artists, they have their way of doing things. I mean, they have to playlist their songs, get some, promoters and some plugs in various. But for Ghanaian music, getting out of the shores of Ghana and going into, other markets, what is it like?
It's about marketing.
Okay.
It's about you wonderful people.
Right.
What you talk about us.
Right. I'm sorry, but is it accepted? Is Ghanaian gospel accepted easily in other
when you're
African,
marketing it?
When you're marketing it?
Well, I haven't done that analysis.
Okay.
So I will not
be able
be
to.
categorical.
But it's something that we need to actually look at.
Diana.
Yes, because we've seen a lot of dance challenges coming out of the gospel industry now. Formerly you just drop the record and the church will pick it, Sunday school will pick it, choreographers will pick it, and it flies. But from CC Chum to Diana Hamilton to a number of them have started doing dance challenges on TikTok. So I'm thinking maybe it's you getting abreast with the times. But do they work? Is it getting it out there like it's supposed to?
In bits, it's going. We'll get there. We'll get there.
In answering the questions and interactions, I've just observed that you go from musician to lawman to academic. You are dribbling that.
That's who he is.
And I want to know that since we've not asked about home. Who are you? Which one is in the house? Or a different person is in the house? Is it the lawman?
Is it
the
ACP
music
who's
man?
Who's at home? Or is it
my talking at home is little.
Wow.
Yes, and that's why I'm saying that I have
understanding
family. Because sometimes you go home, they're all in bed already. You can't find them, except those that I drop at school. In the morning we have some interactions, and on weekends we can talk a little. In weekends, how long you have to move out for church. I'm a chorister. I'm still the president of my church.
Your 24 hours is blind.
If anyone needs extra hours, it will be him.
2 hours, 32 hours.
Wow.
At my church we do 2 services, so every Sunday I have to go early to Rube.
Wow.
be in my robe and all that.
Has this discipline been from childhood, or is when you go into
The
police force that has shaped the way you sing, even your fitness? Because I'm looking at all the things you're saying, and I'm thinking, how fit do you try to be on a day? Do you try to go to the gym? Do you work out? Or it's just been a thing that has been with you since you were a child?
Yes, I started doing gym. In fact, I started from my childhood. As I said, my mother wouldn't allow you stay at home when it's church time and all that. And so I had the interest of always being in the church. And when I was moving out, staying with people when things were difficult, some really allowed me to go to church and sing and all that. So the upbringing has helped a lot. And then, of course, the discipline in the service.
Okay.
It's added more because it's to
stringent.
Yes, shape your time and all that. So the service has actually helped me.
I think the entire Ghana needs to be in the service.
Honestly, because we need that. Now, you have your hands full, with a lot of things that we've already mentioned and touched on. How do you spend the little free time that you have if you're not sleeping? What would you be found
like that? If you're not sleeping.
Yes, I meditate, I pray, and then I write songs. Sometimes the edge will come. But there's one song on my second album, Osasido, Osasido. I was somewhere, the song dropped, so I had to quickly rush to the office and put it down. So that's how it happens.
Right.
So for me, if you ask me what's your leisure time, I don't know.
That's why I said little, because then you have to be sleeping. So if you're not sleeping, there has to be something.
Can you imagine?
So what do you do for fun then, quote unquote? If you want to let loose.
I am attracted by sound. If I hear nice.
So when we saw you dancing to Countryside, I mean the thing was entering you.
Yeah.
We saw you and your men dancing. Please, you need to tell us the story behind that video, because anytime the TO needs a reset and people want to use that to react to something, your Countryside video with the men is always trending. What was happening on that day? What was going on?
Okay, so an officer was retiring.
Okay.
So he had some a little get together. Yeah. So when I got there, but I requested for the song. That's all it got into me. They're still in me.
They enter.
So I asked them to play it. I did my own thing. Sarko did not call me.
Oh, he didn't call you. Sarko, please call. Let's call ACP.
Report at once.
My last question is, you are in a very interesting position that represents religion and law, and I want to find out from you how your point of view on matters that border on religion, customs, and law. Where does the law end and where does religion start? Where does custom start? I don't know if you've been following the story, the recent story that happened in Nungwa concerning, the conversation has been, okay, where does law come into where does law come into play and where does customs? So since you are, I just want to take the opportunity to educate us. How do we balance the two? How do we allow our customs to be customs and how do we allow our laws to be laws? Because people say customs informed our laws. People say laws came to meet our customs. So it's a whole lot of miseducation and disinformation going on. So if you don't mind, talking to us on that, even including the church, sometimes they say, don't touch the church cannot do this, the law cannot do that. If you can just speak a little bit on that so that we can have.
Okay, thank you very much. Our constitution even recognizes a tradition, our tradition.
Right.
But the constitution is the supreme law of the land. So anything that will be in a variance with the law,
right,
you're wrong.
Okay.
Okay, so if the law says that a woman of 16 or 15 years or 12 years cannot marry, it supersedes yes, your
customs or
your
tradition.
Custom, yes. And religion too. But if you read the law, most of the laws came from
traditions,
traditions, our scriptures, and all that.
Yeah.
Feel that. So there should be discipline. That's why we have a constitution. And so if you have a church in the neighborhood and no ways to make noise,
I was going to ask you that.
to disturb the peace of the people.
The
don't
law.
say that it's about
Church, so
Churches,
I can disturb.
What from rap?
Well, that's a difficult one.
The low grab.
Let's wrap it up with your final message on Yehowa. You featuring Dinah Hamilton, to the fans, to the people. It's new music. What do you have to say finally about it? What will be your wish list or request for the people to do for you with regards to the song as well?
Thank you very, very much once again for the opportunity. I want to thank my fans out there.
Yeah.
For me, I am the toast for all the generations, youth,
right in the middle,
children, yes, elderly, and all that.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful. Even when for about 5 years now that I haven't come out, I have still been there.
Yeah.
Programs.
Yeah.
And it's because my people, as gospel musicians, have not left me out. Any program they do, I'm invited to perform.
Yeah.
Yes. So I thank them all, and so I pray that they should help this song go out there. Yes. Any little way that you can help.
Yes.
And the people have started. Even the first day we dropped it, we saw a lady doing a TikTok on it.
It was an amazing record.
Yes. The West was we're not even coming back. She tried her best, and so that's the kind of love they have for me. And I thank my Inspector General of Police, Dr. Akufu Dampare, and his able advisors. Then again, my colleagues, police officers, and all the security officers. Right, everybody sees me and
they're happy.
Me.
I like that.
So I'm fine. Ghana, thank you very much. Yehowa is out with Dan Hamilton.
Yeah, I will
Let
check
me
it out.
thank my sister once again.
Yeah.
That she should not stress me at all. Even the video, she just came and we did it. And Dinah, God bless you and your management.
Thank you.
And of course, my manager,
That man.
He was having way too
I don't know if we're going to bring back the performance. I'm not getting confirmation on that, but definitely we'll air it. It's also going to be on the social. But watch it again right now.
Please,
thank you so very much.
That
he has to
He has to report.
He has to report.
It's not an invitation. He has to report.
Don't forget to throw the flowers for
Akwabwa.
Yes,
definitely. Such a fine writer.
Yes, as well. And also, hey, big shouts going out to Kiss Nickel. You also tuned in and you love Culture Daily. Special one coming out from Isofa to you as well. Thank you so much for being a loyal fan. And please go and stream, download, and support the brand new music, Yehowa. It features Dinah Hamilton. And yes, it's all out on the streaming platforms. Name is Jay, Cyril, Lenny, Olele. Thank you so much. And we've all adopted the name Brad Kofi. So thank you so much. Performance back on your screens, and we're out.